Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the custom curves in DaVinCi Resolve. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for you to keep getting notifications about color grading, and don't forget to like, share and comment. Let's roll the intro. Today we are going to talk about the custom curves in DaVinCi Resolve. Yes, the custom curves. So what does the custom curve do, or how can we use the custom curve? And don't forget that all what we've been doing is just processes to learn how to color grade properly. At the end of this course, we are going to merge everything together and come up with a very nice and beautiful color. So first things first, the first custom curve here, you can actually use this curve to also balance your image, and I will show you how to do that. So if you want to have a clean and a nice key, or a nice color, or a good balance in your image, you can actually create an S curve using your curve here. So you use your shift, you click on this point here, which is the end point, the darker side, here, which is the brighter side, the bright side, and then the middle. So now you can actually bring this down a little. Can you see what it's doing to our image? So this is you trying to fix your blacks to make sure your blacks are looking okay. And then when you push this up a little, you can see your image is becoming bright. So let's take this off. You can see the difference, and it's giving us this contrastic look. It's pushing our image and making it look very okay. There's also a different way which you can do this. Let's reset this and let's come to this option tool and select this editable spline. Now how this works is, instead of we selecting to create those S curves ourselves, using this editable spline, it might make the S curve look better. So when we click here, it's going to bring a point out for us like this, where you can use now to boost up your image a little, and then you click on the downside also and you take it down. As you can see, it's also looking like the S curve, but in a different format on how we do it. You can push it up depending on how bright you want your image to be, and then you can decide to take this down a little just to make your image soft, and you can decide to take this up to give some room, some breathing space to your blacks, and then maybe fix it this way. Now this is another way. We've made our image bright to the level which we want, and then when you unlink this, you have your red channel, your blue channel, and your green channel. So we can decide to clean everything. Now I want to show you how, probably maybe you want to do a color correction or a white balance in here. You can actually come here. If you let's take this out of the editable spline. When you use this, you can see that you are pushing your image towards blue. When you come here, pushing it towards yellow. You can also use this to create a look. Same thing when you come to green. Down here gives you magenta, up here gives you green, and then here, down here, it's giving you more of a cyan look, and up here gives you red. Now anything you do up here affects the bright side of the image, and anything you do down here affect the darker side of the image. You can actually see it showing in her hair here. You can actually see it, and then taking it down here, you can see the green in her hair also. The same thing goes for the remaining tools here. With these tools here, this lows and high, if you push this up to a level, it's going to give, if you check down here, our wave is giving more breathing space for our image, for our blacks to look more filmy. So you can actually adjust it the way you want, the same, to make it look good. So next we are going to move to the next. We'll toggle here. This next is the hue versus hue. You know, the hue stands for color, so this is color versus color. So whatever we do here is we trying to change a particular color to a different color value. So for example, let's use let's use this blue here, the blue on her clothes. Once we click on it with our selector tool here, you can play with the blue on her clothes. You can see what we are doing. You are changing the color on her blue to whatever color you want. Same thing goes here. If you click on this yellow, you can actually play with it to get a different color or what you want. Let's see this green. You can actually play with it also to make it look more grainy. You can decide not to even select from here. You can actually look at the color and be like, okay, this is going to be blue, so I can select from this point to this point, and then from the middle I know that I'll boost my image or play with my image. So you can actually select this, and then you come here to this hue rotate. Once you push it to the right, it takes it up, and once you push it back to the left, it takes it down. So this is just to give you a clean key and a clean value if you want to use it for different colors to have the same value. So you just click on the values. So for example, we pick this yellow here, and we'll come here and then we put 27. It's going to give it the same value number as this. So you can see they are all on the same line. And then this input hue here helps us to move. You look at this yellow, we are moving it to different. If we go this way, it moves this way. If we go to right, it moves to the right. Same thing here. If we go to the right of the blue, it takes it to the right. If we go to the left, it takes it to the left. And you can also select by using these tools here. If you click on red, this automatically picks almost everything that is under red. So you can see even her skin. If you click on yellow, it picks yellow. If you click on green, blue, and all, it picks those colors for you. So yes, you can work with it like that. So let's just pick the blue and let's just take it up, and let's leave the blue around this side. So the next here is hue versus sat, which means color versus saturation. So anything you are picking that is here is versus color. So this is hue versus color. This is color versus saturation. So what do we want to do? When we pick on this blue again, we can just boost the saturation up. Can you see? It's boosting it up, and when we take it down, it takes it down completely. So the same thing you did in your hue versus hue, you can do the same here. The only difference is it doesn't change a color value. It only increases the saturation or decreases the saturation. It increases and decreases your saturation. So whatever color you pick here, you are only trying to increase its saturation or decrease its saturation. That's what you use this to do. So next we move to our hue versus luma. Luma is for the light, so this color versus light. So when we pick on blue and we decide to take blue down, you will notice that the light in the image is reducing. This was dealing with the density of an image. You can take it up just to increase it, you can take it down. So it's still the same concept, just it gives us different results. This is us pushing up our yellow up. This is us pushing the yellow down. So you can do this to play with your image to create those looks if you are trying to achieve a stylish kind of look. And then the next one here is luma versus sat. Now this is light versus saturation. So sometimes when you are done with your color, you notice that there are colors in your black channel and there are colors in your white channel, and if you want to clean this up to make your image look clean, you can easily select this point here, which is the black point. When you take it up, it increases the color in the dark channel. So let's just add a little color to this image in the dark channels. Let's go this way. We just added little green to it. So let's come back to our curves and let's select our black and let's boost it up. If we boost it up, you'll notice that there are more greens in our image. So let's go back. Let's just use a new node so that you actually see the effects. So let's click here on the black channel and take it up, and let's open up our image. This is it without boosting it. You see how it looks, but this is us boosting it up so you can see more of the green there. So if we decide to now take this down, now let's open up our image. Can you see the greens have been reduced? This is it with the green, this is it without the green, because we just adjusted it. So the same thing goes when we click on this white button here and we play with it to make it look okay. But sometimes you don't do this too much because some of the colors are darker colors, so they can also be affected. So you just pick a point, probably you can click here and see, okay, this is where it affects, so let me just fix where I need to fix and then leave every other thing in place. So the next one here is saturation versus saturation, and this is not color versus color or light versus saturation. This is saturation versus saturation. Now this helps you settle the saturation you have in your image. Probably you have too much saturation, you can actually just step this down, maybe from the middle, or you can boost it to the up. You can also do from this side. From this side, it deals with most of the darker colors, most of the brighter colors. It helps you bring it down, and then from this side it deals with the darker colors. So I want you to understand something. The left part of your histogram or your graph is the darker side, while the right side is the brighter side. So you can actually see how the brightness starts from here and it fades into the black. So this is how it works. And then this last one now is saturation versus light. So this is you reducing light from the saturation. Can you see? So this is what it does. So now we are reducing light from the brighter sides of our image. If we do this to the darker side, we're also going to get a reduction in light in the darker sides of our image. So this is the curve. If you want to see your curve in a bigger form, you just see how it looks. This is your image and the channels where your light and colors are affecting continuously like this. So yes, so basically this is the simple way to use the curves in DaVinci, from the custom curve down to the last one here, which is SAT versus Luma. So thank you for coming back to my channel again. I'll see you up in the next class. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep getting notifications. Thank you very much.